Welcome back to my channel. So today's topic is conventional cooking versus induction cooking. So let me give you some details about this cooking procedures today, the pros and cons of these different systems and much more details on this. So please do watch the video till the end for complete details on conventional cooking versus induction cooking. So coming to induction cooking, now most of the people are trying to go for the system of induction cooking because there is no direct heat output here and it does not use the flame. Okay, so there is no direct flame that is used to transfer the heat from the burner to the pan, and it can have a good aesthetic view. And because the main piece which is used here at the top, which is seen outside as ceramic or glass, and the main principle behind this working of induction cooking is electromagnetic induction. So through the mechanism of electromagnetic induction, the cooking takes place. So coming to the working mechanism of how this induction cooking works, basically it has got different parts. So it has the electronic or the electric current supply. There is an electromagnet within the system inside, and there is also the copper coils inside. And this is the ceramic top plate which you can see from outside, and above which you will have to place a utensil which is specific for this induction cooking. It has to be a conductive type because there has to be a transfer of energy that is happening in the system, because basically this works on electromagnetic field. So once the electric supply is on, alternating current is generated in this copper coils. So that will create a magnetic field, and that magnetic field will induce an electric current, and because of that current, the conductive vessel that you're using becomes hot and the food inside gets cooked. So this is the basic mechanism. So only the vessel that you're using here gets heated, and the food inside, because of the friction between the water molecules in the food that you're cooking, the entire cooking process happens. So the plate which is there, the ceramic or the glass plate, will not be hot. Only the utensil will become hot and the food gets cooked. So the utensil selection is very important when you're trying to go for induction cooking. You cannot use any utensil that you have at your home in the system. You are supposed to buy the specialized systems here or specialized utensils here which will be specific for induction cooking, because it's important to have a conductive material within this utensil. That is, it cannot be 100% copper or 100% aluminium. It has to be a mix where little bit of iron is required because it has to conduct. So in this way, the utensils will be specially designed, and those kind of utensils can be used for induction cooking. So coming to the cost, the induction stove, the cost of that will be approximately 1,600 to 4,500. So this I'm telling you with respect to one plate kind of induction stove that is usually seen in the market. And compared to that, the LPG stove will cost you approximately 2,000 to 11,000. It again depends on how many burners are there, maybe 2 burner, 4 burners. There are various systems now. So based on that, the price range can vary in this particular fashion. And one more concern about induction cooktop is the exposure to the EMF radiations. We all know that we are exposed to EMF radiations from one source or the other. Even your mobile phones is a source of this radiations. But even now, this induction cooktop can become one more source of this EMF radiation. And few of the studies, they have proved that this exceeds the permissible limits. So this is according to the International Commission on Non-Ionizing Radiation Protection. So if there is exceeding the limits, it can lead to some side effects. So there are some studies which tells that these kind of EMF radiations from these kind of induction cooktops, they are leading to some discomfort. So it might be leading to some issues with your nerves, and that can lead to some discomforts in your hands if you're trying to use the system continuously. So there are some precautions that you can take, some tips you can follow. I'll be sharing that today. So coming to the tips that I'm going to tell you, one important thing is that when you're selecting the utensil, select the utensil in such a way that the entire area in that system will be covered by that utensil, so that there is nothing coming out from the side. The radiation exposure for you will be reduced. So once that is done, the correct size of the utensils have been used, the chances of you getting exposed to this EMF radiation becomes very, very less or minimal. One more thing is that you have to use the specialized utensils itself, because if you do not use that, the chances of absorption of this EMF field in the utensils becomes less, and that EMF radiations will be generated anyways, so that will be into you, because you are also a conductor like the pan which you are using, the utensil you are using, so that becomes a conducting surface now, and that leads to a lot of health issues. So in that way, you'll have to take very much care here. And when you're using this kind of induction cooktops, if you have different systems like 3-4 system, 3-4 induction cooktop apparatus, so there you can see to it that you always try to cook in the rear side rather than the front side, because if you are cooking in the front side, your chances of exposure to this EMF radiations becomes much higher. Whereas if you try to cook it in the rear side, the chances of EMF radiation getting exposed to you becomes minimal, because it is known from studies that as the distance increases, the radiation effect also decreases. So that is why this becomes a very important thing. So try to keep space between your body and the cooking area. So this is very important. And one more important thing is that people who are pregnant and small children, and if any people are suffering or have problems with heart and they're having the pacemakers, they should not try to use this induction cooktop. So it can lead to some other issues. So it is better to avoid if you are under these situations. So now coming to the conventional cooking, which most of us use, that is the LPG cooking. So in rural areas, you might be knowing that people use firewood for cooking, and that has led to a lot of health impacts on those women who are there, because of the continuous smoke that they are inhaling during cooking, which is much toxic than you're using cigars. So in that way, there is a lot of schemes that are coming up, and one such scheme is the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwal Yojana, under which 5 crore connections have been given to poor families. And we all know that the energy crisis is there and energy demand will never reduce. So there is a lot of demand coming up for this LPG, and in that way there are some benefits of this LPG, because it is easy to clean the systems of LPG, that is the conventional cooking systems, and you can control the heat. The control is in your hand. You can have high flame, low flame, you can at least visualize it, you can see it, and you can decide on the flame that you want, and maintenance is much easier. So in that way, some prefer conventional cooking, that is the LPG cooking. So coming to the LPG cooking and the burners that they are coming up, a lot of innovations has been happened in this particular field, and there are certain innovations like the swirl flow LPG burners, which have been developed by a few students from Maharashtra. So this was presented in one of the MIC workshop, and you can see that once anything of this, that is innovation in the burners or anything, is designed, definitely the usage or the requirement of the LPG gas will be reduced. So I'm not telling you that you will not use LPG gas, you will use LPG gas, but maybe if one LPG cylinder is coming for you for 1 month, using these kind of innovative swirl flow burners, it might come for 1.5 months or 2 months. So in that way, a lot of innovations is happening, and according to their studies, they tell that 25 crore cylinders can be saved in 1 year if these kind of innovative systems have been used, and that will help in saving approximately 355 into 10 power 7 kg of LPG in 1 year. So this is statistics given for just 1 year. So you can just imagine how much energy can be saved using these kind of innovative technologies. So coming to the pros and cons of each of the systems. So the left side here is the LPG cooking, and the right side here is the induction cooking. So coming to the LPG cooking, we know that we can see the flame, the visibility is much higher here. So you can try to use any kind of vessel within the system. And one more problem with this, or the con of this, is definitely the safety, because it is a flammable gas. So you have to be very cautious while using this kind of LPG systems. Coming to the pros and cons of induction cooking, here the heat efficiency is very good and it looks very nice. Your aesthetic beauty of this kitchen looks very nice, and you have the temperature control, but you will not have the exact, you will not know the exact temperature that is happening there. And if you want to have change in the temperature from one level to another level, it might take a lot of lag. So that can be a problem. And you require specialized utensils, as I told you, which is having the conductive surface. So that can become costly. It might be expensive. But here there is no worry that the gas is getting leaked or those kind of issues which is there in LPG system is not there in this particular system. And particularly to boil water, this is much better compared to the LPG system, because this can boil your water very quickly compared to the LPG system. So this table is just to show you a comparative cost of cooking. So you can just compare the LPG and the electricity system. So the calorific value you can just check here. The calorific value is much higher in LPG, but the cost involved per kg is much higher in LPG in compared to the electricity. And the efficiency of LPG is approximately 68% compared to electricity, which is 89%. So one more graph which you can see on the right hand side here, I want you to concentrate on this. So the red line here, this is for the LPG stove, and the blue line which you can see here is for induction cooking system. Okay, so they have shown an example of induction cooker which is used. So now we all know that we are having electricity bills, and every month we'll be paying the electricity bills. So the bill calculation is based on the tariffs. So you have the slabs, and based on those slabs, this to this amount, the unit rate will be so much. And as your number of units usage will increase, the tariff also increases. So this is the basic which everyone knows. So coming to the domestic electricity, so the tariff slabs are along your x-axis. So you can see it is going on increasing here. And in the y-axis, I have price of useful heat in rupees per megajoule. So you can see when your tariff, that is the slab, is at lower level, the induction cooking system can be much economical for you. But as your tariff increases, okay, maybe you're using more electricity, your house is big, because of which your electricity consumption goes high, then if you're going to the right hand side of this, then induction cooking can become much expensive compared to the LPG cooking. So you can see whatever is your electricity bill here, that is not dependent on your LPG, right? So that is why you can see the LPG system that you're using, the cost here is almost uniform. But once you're trying to use induction, when your tariff is low, that means your unit consumption of electricity is low, then induction cooking can be beneficial for you. But once you know that your tariff is high, the per unit capacity or utilization of your particular house is much higher, then it's better you use LPG rather than induction cooking. This image is for that particular purpose. So you will at least get to know the comparative cost between these two systems. So coming to the takeaway messages, we have seen how induction plate can be used, and the conventional cooking systems can be used. And in case of induction cooking systems, it is safe to use a cloth, because we know that the plate doesn't get hot, only the vessel along with the food gets hot in an induction system. So the risk of injuries here are much lesser compared to the LPG system. And one important thing that we have to remember is there are some side effects that can happen because of the EMF radiations. So you have to follow the precautions that I have told you today, so that you prevent yourself from these kind of nerve or tissue damages which might lead to tingling or pain in your hands. And radiations can even lead to other issues. So if you are suffering from arthritis, Crohn's disease, thyroid issues, then it's better to reduce your exposure to these kind of radiations. And coming to LPG, we definitely know that it's a good way of using it for cooking purpose, but it's highly prone to accidents. So it is better to adhere to the safety norms, so that when you're not using the LPG, when you're not cooking, you can keep the regulator off, so that any such leakages that can happen because of might be rodents which are there in your house, or any other reasons, the breakages of the pipe which is there, which can lead to leakages, which can lead to accidents, all these can be avoided. So please stay vigilant and stay safe. And as much as possible, try to create awareness about these kind of systems, so that if people are using it, they become aware about the pros and cons, and they can try to save themselves from these systems. Thank you for watching. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel, and please press the bell icon for instant notifications, and share the video with maximum people that you know, so that I can make much more educational videos for you like this. Thank you so much.